Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. This is Wahid Noor, Assistant Teacher of Islamic Studies of National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Today I am going to take the class of Islamic Studies of Class 5. Today our topic is Patriotism and Environment from Chapter 3. Dear students, there are two types of topics. First of all, I will discuss about the patriotism, and then second one is environment. Okay, let's start. Patriotism in Arabic term, it's called Hubbul Watan. Hubbun means love and Watan means country. So together, if we make a definition, love for own country or motherland is called patriotism. So if you love your own country, then that will be counted as patriotism. And then who is a patriot? A patriot is he who is ready to defend his country against aggression of enemy and always loves his country in the face of all odds and at all cost. This is called a patriot. So if you ready to defend your country, own country, your motherland against any kinds of attack from any kinds of enemy, and then at last if you love your own country in any situation, then that will be, you will be counted as the patriot. Now I have shown you some examples of patriotism on behalf of our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Dear students, you know, our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was oppressed by his own locality, by his own people. And then after the order of Almighty Allah, he migrated from Mecca to Medina. But he loves his own country, his own land a lot. So how was the situation when he was leaving his own country? First one is when Prophet ﷺ was migrating, was very pained to leave Mecca. And then time and again he was looking at Mecca while leaving it. Tears rolled down from his eyes. He was crying again and again. And then in a sorrowful voice he uttered, dear student, I have shown you in your book which page you can see what our Prophet ﷺ uttered. After that I am telling you, our Prophet ﷺ, when he was leaving his own country, own land, then he was uttering these sentences: O city of Mecca, how beautiful you are. You are my land of birth. I love you. You are very dear to me. Alas, if my own people did not hatch plot against me and would not have forced me out of this land, would have never left this land. So this was the uttering speeches of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And then, dear students, if you say you are a patriotic person, then how can you show your patriotism? I have mentioned you 5 points. First one is, we will behave well with everyone. Everyone means not only Muslims. You have to behave well each and every members of the country, Muslim or non-Muslim. Then we'll take care of domestic animals. Then will not cut the trees or will not tear their leaves and break their branches. And then phone number is related to you. Sometimes we can see this situation. We'll keep everywhere neat and clean. Will not write anything on the benches and walls. Dear students, don't write any of the languages, bad language or good language, whatever, in your room. Don't make your room dirty, unclean. And lastly, will conserve national wealth, will not waste water, gas, electricity. These 3 items are very important for a nation, because this is important: water, gas and electricity. Don't waste it, because Almighty Allah said in the Holy Quran in Surah Bani Israel, Innal mubadhirina kanu ikhwana shayateen. If you waste any kind of things, then you will be counted as the brother of Shaitan. So don't waste these national elements. And then one wise man said, Hubbul watani minal iman. It means patriotism is a part of iman. And lastly, I have shown you one picture how they are building the culverts together. Here some young boys and a senior man cooperatively building a culvert for their own area. So dear students, you can appreciate like this. You can take a decision for making something in your country, in your area, in your locality. Then it will be counted as the real patriotic. So that was the discussion about the patriotism. Now I will discuss about the environment. Dear students, you can think environment, is it related to the religion? Yes, it's related to the religion, because there are some information which are relating to the Islamic Sharia. And you know there are two types of environment. Number one is natural environment and number two is social environment. So I given their definition of natural environment. Our environment is made up of whatever we have around us, like human beings, animals, etc. These elements are together constitute natural environment. And you know what is made by human being, that's called the social environment. Now, how will we conserve the environment? Dear students, remember, follow all these points in your life. Then our environment in the present time will be well, and in the future will be well. Number one, we will not destroy trees and plants unnecessarily. Dear students, remember, here I given in bracket cut 1, plant 2. It means if you need to cut any of the trees, cut 1 but plant 2. Then in future, those are coming in the future generation, they will be benefited from us. And number 2, will not kill beasts, birds and insects without cause. Will not urinate and defecate here and there indiscriminately. Indiscriminately means random. And then number 4, will not build mills and factories here and there without plan. This is available in our big city. And then number 5, will deposit waste and refuse matter at our appointed place. It means if we waste any of the things, our extra things, we will throw in the garbage, we will throw in the appointed place. It means in the dustbin. And then last number, we will always keep our homes, schools, playgrounds neat and clean. Dear students, remember, those are the good students. Always they will keep themselves neat and clean, not only in their house, not only in their room. They will keep neat and clean their schools, ground, rooms, everywhere. And then we will discuss about the definition of natural disaster. It's also related to the environment. When natural devastation struck a locality, normal life of people is disrupted and unbearable is called natural disaster. So natural disaster is very much harmful for us. For example, I have shown you some natural disaster: whirlwind, tidal bore, drought and earthquakes. All I given the meaning. Number 1 is cyclone, then tidal bore is flood, and number 3 drought, it means lacking of rainfall a lot, and earthquakes means you know. And then I have shown you one example how destroy this environment by the natural disaster. It was the picture of Sidor and Ayla. What happens in our country, and it happened in the southern area, I mean in the area of Sundarban. This is the picture of natural disaster of Sidor and Ayla. It happens in the southern area of Bangladesh. Many people lost their lives and many people lost their wealth, and almost 1/4 of the forest in the Sundarbans have been lost. So dear student, you can imagine how harmful the natural disaster for us. Okay, then how will we avoid or minimize the losses by natural disaster? For example, this type of natural disaster will come again and again in our life, but how we can avoid this? How we can minimize this by natural disaster? So I have shown you 5 points. Number 1 is we will build dwelling houses, cow sheds at elevated sites, and then preserve the food grains and seeds at a height inside the home. This number 2 is related to the village peoples. And then number 3, we'll set up latrines and tube wells at comparatively high spots. And then number 4 is we'll deposit essential medicines and dry food like chira, muri, gur. I mean, this type of dry food you can arrange, and medicine, some medicine which are essential you can arrange and you can deposit. And last number, if boats are not available in flood, we will build rafts with banana plants. Dear students, I didn't mention another important information, that is every member in your family should taught the swimming. So all of this initiate, if you accept, then you can avoid, you can minimize from the natural disaster. So dear students, that's all for today what I discussed. Hope you understood my discussion. Keep practicing at home. Stay safe. Obey your parents. See you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.